Welcome back to your home garage, and in this video I'm going to walk you through the process of changing the color on this car because today I'm experimenting with wrapping for the first time. So let's get started and let's see how this turns out. Now the material I'll be using on this Fiat 500 is 3M Satin Pearl White, which comes in 60-inch rolls. So you'll need a big work table to roll and cut this material. The back of the material also comes with these easy to use markings for straight cuts, so you'll need a long straight edge. Magnets would help to hold the cut pieces in place. With the protective backing removed, we're going to start in the middle of the hood on this piece and fan out. The hood is fairly flat, so this becomes a good piece to build some confidence with. With the wrap stretched, you can use your thumb to press into the contours. These rolls are 60 inches wide, which makes it a great width for such a small car. The sides are going to get tackled in one big piece and then cut for the back fender, the door, the A and C pillar, and the rocker panel as everything gets applied. Now I did remove the side mirror, but not the door handle. Now you definitely want a lot of sharp blades for this project. Here is an example of cutting around the side marker. Now the ideal situation would have been to remove everything from the body. That way you can lay the wrap under every obstacle, because the least amount of cuts would just equal a cleaner finish. Now before we got started, I did wash the vehicle to remove as many of the contaminants as possible, and then wiped it down with isopropyl alcohol to remove anything remaining. Also make sure you do this with a clean floor. Here's a quick progress report with the backing removed from the side panel just to make sure that we've got proper coverage. And here's the other side with the side marker cut out. Now this 3M wrap is incredibly durable and it can be heated back into shape, so I don't have to worry about how crinkled it gets from the portions that I'm stretching. This process does take time and requires a lot of patience, so a rush job would definitely show it. Here's what that big piece did. The A and C pillar, I like the B pillar left in black, so I just left it as is. Of course, then we did the rear fender, door, and rocker panel. Once you have the material comfortably stretched out, it becomes easy to press it on with a felt squeegee. And you don't need a lot of force with the squeegee because you don't want to scratch or mar the finish. Now the tighter you're able to pull it on these flat surfaces, the easier it is to squeegee. Now it's not uncommon to have an air bubble, just press it until it disappears. This Fiat 500 has a lot of small panels, so it makes it great for a beginner like me to work on to see the progress relatively quickly. And the taillights were easy to remove, which will provide a cleaner finish. Here's the piece that was cut for the front bumper and just placed on to see if the coverage will be enough before molding it into shape. And even though that looks like a lot of wasted material, you'll be grateful that you have something to hold on to. Once again, I just noticed one of these little air bubbles, and you can see how quickly this just disappears. Now one of the things I wish I would have done prior to this install is taking a clay bar to the body to remove all the small contaminations, because a wrap does not hide any body imperfections. Cutting takes patience. You definitely don't want to cut into the paint or any other body materials. So take your time and make several cuts if need be, because you don't want to overcut and then have to patch a piece. Here's a look at the finished product with all the body parts reattached. And I want to thank my friend Mike that donated his time and shop at Swift Signs Alberta so we can complete this wrap in one day. Now I've got to give him some props because he was an incredibly patient teacher, as I know he wanted to push me aside so we could get this job done a lot quicker than the 10 hours that it took. I truly can't believe the transformation of this vehicle. It looks 100% brand new. And I'm so impressed that I didn't burn through any of the product with the heat gun. Here's what the pearl finish looks like in the daylight. So the last 2 weekends I did all the body work on it, which I also posted on this channel in preparation for this wrap installation. Before I installed the wrap, I did wet sand those fixed areas to ensure the wrap gave me a nice smooth finish. Or you could have turned over the final sanding to your painter if you were going with a painted finish. But for my daughter's car, this pearl finish was always in the cards, and she just absolutely loved it. So make sure you help to keep this channel going by hitting that like button, sharing this video with a friend. Also, please comment below as I reply to all. Plus, don't forget to subscribe. And we'll see you next time on your home garage. Now it's time to roll the sunroof back and go for a little drive before my daughter gets home.